So, Girls Box is an amateur boxing tournament, but it also focuses on social good, and that has to do with issues that affect women. Currently, we are tackling the issue of teenage pregnancy, and then for this year, we've included breast cancer.
Hello, HTV boxing fans. I'm excited today um, to have a personality on our show in the midst of the current, women on the big stage of boxing. There is someone in Ghana doing very big things for women, especially those who want to box. It seems she's doing more than boxing. And when I heard about her, I thought we should highlight what she's doing in her community. And also, she has a program coming up that I think that it needs to be highlighted and promoted. Without much ado, I'm just excited. I have Sarah Lotus Asare with me, and she's going to talk about a lot of things that has to do with women's boxing. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
So I think you're already famous in Ghana for several reasons, which we don't want to take away from who you are and what you are doing. But we are not going to mention. But you have been in boxing probably all your life. For being around a personality who is already known in Ghana. In Ghana boxing to say. But today we want to talk about girls box. When I saw it, it looked intriguing. It was the first time I personally have seen it, and I saw that you were behind it, so I decided to look for you. Before we talk about girls box, who is Sarah Lotus Asare, and how did she get into boxing?
Okay, thank you for having me. As you rightly introduced, my name is Sarah Lotus Asare. And I would say I'm a travel consultant by profession, but I'm a trained archaeologist. I schooled at the University of Ghana and learned to be a heritage scholar. I currently work as a travel consultant in Ghana, but I also work in boxing. The role I perform are numerous, but currently I'm the executive secretary for the BBC Cares Africa chapter, as well as the assistant organizer for the Greater Accra Boxing Association. And then at the club level, I'm an administrator for Wisdom Boxing Gym. So, with reference to how I came into the sport, I've been in boxing all my life. My dad is the renowned boxing coach, Coach Lotus Asare. So, I've been around boxers whilst I was growing up. But in terms of my professional involvement, I came into the sport as a researcher sometime in 2014, 2015. I had the opportunity to do a research and I did a study on the topic Bukum boxing, a way of life or a means of survival. And I presented that at the International Humanities Conference to highlight how boxing is part of the heritage of people of Bukom and Gamashi in general. Later on, we did an exhibition on that. So that is a little bit of how I'm involved.
Wow. That's not a little bit. So I'm intrigued already, just getting started. What it tells me that you are not a passive person just involved in boxing and you just didn't get some opportunity grant to do something. You have been in it since childhood. You have the academic background to support it. I'm a big fan of research, so I'm definitely going to want to read your article later and what you found. Now, how come you didn't box yourself?
Well, I try to learn how to box. I actually know how to box, but I don't. I'm not a professional boxer. Rather, I'm learning to become a coach. So we all cannot be boxers. We don't really need someone to be at the ringside. We need officials and all that. So
I agree.
in my interest in the area that I can do better.
And sometimes you can give back even more, even when you are not in the ring. And that's exactly what you are doing. So, Girls Box, for those that have never heard of it, what is Girls Box about in general? When did it start? And what is the aim of it?
Okay, so one of the things I realized when I got involved actively in boxing is that within Ghana, there's an aspect of the sport that we've not tapped into, which is the humanitarian aspect. A lot of our boxers become champion, but they hardly use their platform for the development of the country or use their platform to advocate to solve social issues. So, Girls Box is an amateur boxing tournament, but it also focuses on social good, and that has to do with issues that affect women. Currently, we are tackling the issue of teenage pregnancy, and then for this year, we've included breast cancer because these are some of the problems that affect women in Ghana.
So, how many years has this program been going on?
And the first edition happened last year, so this is the second year that we will be having it, and we are glad that there's a repeat.
All right. What is the exact date? What date is it happening?
Okay, so for this year's edition, it's happening on the 29th of October at the Accra Sports Stadium, the Atramani Sports Hall. And that's the sports hall where usually the national team trains for those that are in Ghana. Um, so we'll have the program starting at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Yes. So the program it will not be an ordinary boxing event. There will be educational sessions on the two issues that we are tackling, as well as ways that the athletes can use their voice to advocate. So you see
Okay.
all of that on that day.
That's exactly what I like to hear. Education and the sport. Now, is this event free for everybody to attend or there's a payment?
The event is free to attend.
And the girls that will be participating, um, are they each chosen from a specific place or they, how do I say, or they, is it that anybody can attend? How did that
In
come
terms of
about?
the boxers that are taking part, what we did is starting from sometime in January, we opened a platform for females who are learning boxing in Ghana and also in other parts of the West African sub region to register. We realized that apart from the social issues, that when we look at female boxing in Ghana, it's still at its fundamental stages and it's not different for places like the Gambia, when you look at Togo as well. Some places like Nigeria, they've developed the sport very well and they have a number of female boxers who are really doing well, as well as when you look at Mozambique and other places. But in Ghana and some parts of West Africa, it's still in its infancy. So we opened the platform. We had several people register. So in terms of how it was selected, it was based on who registered to take part.
Okay. So now you did mention some other countries that are doing it very well. So let's say the day of the event, you educate them. There's some boxing that goes on. Are they entitled to anything?
Okay. So we have sponsors for the program, and each of the participants will be receiving a gift bag from the sponsors, as well as a stipend for
Okay.
their participation.
Now, should any of these young ladies stand out as very good at what they do, is there any further step to develop them into professional boxers?
So one of the things that we did with last year's edition was that one of the girls that took part in the tournament, and realized that she had dropped out of school, not dropped out of school, but like stopped going to school because she had some financial challenges. So that was one person at the time. It's still starting. So we took that girl back to school, and I'm happy to tell you that she's part of those that are about to write their BEC,
Oh,
and she's
that's beautiful.
continuing to. She's writing a BEC. I said part of those, but they've already started. So she's writing a BEC and still pursuing um, boxing. Yes. So we have plans of making the program better, and then after the event, we are not going to leave the females to themselves. We'll continue motivating them by meeting them regularly and keeping them engaged. Not only through, let's say, the boxing aspect, but would also make arrangements for opportunities for them to be seen visibly in terms of advocacy and all that, so that once they progress in the sport, they will not be ordinary boxers, but they'll be boxers who have bigger platforms than what we've seen over the years.
Wow. Now, what are the age range of these young ladies that will be participating?
Okay, the registered participants we have starting from 9 years, and we have some as old as 27.
Okay, okay. Now, is teenage pregnancy a problem in Ghana or the community you are serving? Is that why you targeted that topic?
It's a big problem, and I told you my background is research. So before we started, we decided the issues to tackle. When it comes to the teenage pregnancy, together with other young people within the community, we went to Choco. You know, Choco is one of the coastal communities, and it's similar to Jamestown, Teshi, Nungwa. They have the same in terms of demographics and then also behavior. They are similar. So we did a study in Choco, speaking to each person. There were 11 of us, and each person spoke to 100 people so that we are able to in different quarters. So when we asked them what their problems were, and then teenage pregnancy was what take the longest bar in terms of the problems that they said they had. We also found out among the participants that were responding how many of them could tell us if maybe within the last past year they know someone that was pregnant, and each of the results kept checking that box. So realize that teenage pregnancy is one of the main problems within the community. So if we want to do something to create awareness, we have to tackle an issue that affects the people we are working for.
Wow. I am beaming with excitement inside because this is what I love. Because let me tell you something. Until I spoke to you, I'm like, this is one of those just gimmick one time thing. But listening to you, let me say something. I also have a non-profit. I'm going to donate some money to your girls' box. You found out what the problem is, and you are trying to create awareness. That is excellent, and I'm very excited, and I'll be supporting it. We're going to wrap up. But before we do that, if anybody wants to see how this event is going, it's not in Ghana, is there any place they can watch it?
The events will be streaming on online.
Okay, okay.
Kbox TV
K-Box.
would send a link. We are still welcoming everyone else that wants. If your platform is interested in,
I will send our crew there to come take it.
yes.
All right.
So
All right.
that is one of the places I can guarantee that we'll be streaming it.
Nice.
But we also have a YouTube
Nice.
channel that post events. It would be uploaded onto the platform. Yes, I'll send you a link to that. We have a documentary on last year's edition.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh,
if
nice.
you go online and you type Girls Box 2021, you see the video of how the entire event unfolded. And we welcome you for this year's event as well.
Thank you. Now, an important aspect of this interview. I know you did say you will get help from the WBC and other places. If an individual like I just said, I would want to contribute with anything, financial or resources, how did they reach you?
You can reach us on the Gmail address is girlsboxtournament@gmail.com. You can also reach us on 024 5152 765. If you are trying to reach us from an international destination, you have to use the country code +233. We welcome everyone that is interested in helping boxing and everyone that is interested in getting advocacy going. Okay. So apart from the ladies, we also, as I mentioned, I work with the Greater Accra. So we have other programs like Books Before Hooks, which the next time it happens, I hope you welcome us to talk about it. And that encourages both male and female to actively take the education seriously whilst pursuing a career in boxing at the juvenile and youth level. Yes.
So what do you guys do for them? Do you give them books or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And then we only allow children who are in school to take part in the tournament.
Wow.
If you want to fight, go to school.
Wow. Well, Sarah, next time I'm in Ghana, hopefully you have a program. I would like to contribute the bit that I know. Because at the end of the day, giving back for those of us who couldn't step in the ring, giving back is the best that we can do.
I don't think it's late for you. You can step in the ring times. You can step in the ring, not as a boxer, maybe in a different capacity.
You're right. So we're going to end the interview. I'm going to have a light round. It's more about you personally. You have to take 1 second to answer the question. And you can think about it. Then once we are done with the light rounds, I want you to give all the details about the 29th program again. What's your favorite food?
Bangkok.
Can you dance?
That's one. No, I have no rhythm.
Okay. Who's your favorite Ghanaian musician? Will I get you in trouble with us? Okay, we'll keep you aware.
I love all kind of music, Ghanaian music. Yes.
Past Ghanaian favorite boxer.
Okay, Azuma Nelson.
All right. And then finally, who do you think is going to be the next Azuma Nelson of Ghana?
There are so many of them in all the gyms in Accra.
You're going to get in trouble for that.
Women and support, they can make it. I can give you a few names, but that's what I'll say. What I'll say is that watch out, because there are so many young boxers coming out of Ghana who will take the world by storm.
All right. I had the pleasure of talking to Sarah Lotus Asare about Girls Box event coming up on October 29th. In summary, can you give the details again, Sarah? Where it's happening, what time?
Okay, so Girls Box 2022, it's happening on the 29th of October at the Accra Sports Stadium, the Accra Sports Hall, at Tramani Sports Hall. And we're starting at 2 p.m. That's the first bout starts at 2 p.m. So we encourage these persons to come out and support the ladies. They are ready to entertain you and also educate you as well. I would like to use this opportunity to thank the WBC for the support that they are giving to developing boxing, as well as humanitarian work in Ghana. We also have the Box Club Roots, Clitorias, Mexico, their official equipment sponsor. We are also grateful to Sister Cosmetics, as well as Aquawera Mineral Water. They are our water product for the during seconds. So thank you very much.
All right. Hello, XTV Boxing fans. We just had an exciting moment with someone who is doing a lot in Ghana, specifically in the name of Sarah Lotus Asare. Girls Box, like she said, comes on October 29th in Accra. If you want to support, we give that information earlier on the screen. Please support. At times, it's not all about being in the ring and getting entertained. It's about changing lives, and I'm personally excited that she's doing this, because at the end of the day, if you are not touching lives, you are not living lives, and that's what I believe in. And again, it's not all about entertainment, but touching lives. Thanks for listening. This is HTV, and this is the Boxing Doc.